Hello guys, I hope you are well wherever you are. Welcome back to Sophia Live. So there is this photo of Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen and Trans Nzoia Governor Murkomen-Natembeya. So it is reported that Kipchumba Murkomen paid a courtesy call to Trans Nzoia Governor Murkomen-Natembeya. And when I read this story, I was like, you have to think deep. This is not just a normal courtesy call. There was a message that was being passed in between these meetings. Politics is not something that you look like when you see a green, that is a green color. In politics, a green is not a green. In politics, a green might be yellow or pink. That is the truth about politics. So here, in my own view, I think the government is trying to court Murkomen-Natembeya. Remember the last 2 weeks, Kalonzo Musyoka has been telling us that Ruto's government has been trying to approach him, that Ruto personally approached him, trying to bring him to his team, but Kalonzo Musyoka said no. So they have looked who is the next person they can approach. And their mind is telling them that Murkomen-Natembeya, because they know that Murkomen-Natembeya is so influential in Western Kenya region, and they feel like if they bring Murkomen-Natembeya in their team, then they have a chance to get re-elected. We are going to see a lot, and I'm not going to say that Murkomen-Natembeya is going to reject this, because politicians in our country are something else. You cannot fully rely on them. Look at Gachagua. He's now all over telling us, oh, this government is bad. Just last year, Gachagua was telling us this is the government of the shares. If you voted for this government, you have a share in this government. If you didn't, then forget about jobs, forget about these top positions and all that. Right now, he's here telling us, looking himself as a saint, as the savior, as everything. These are politicians. So for Murkomen-Natembeya, I will not be surprised if one day we wake up and Murkomen-Natembeya says that I am supporting President William Ruto. I am telling you for sure, I will not surprise, because I know money in our country is something else. And for politicians, once you protect their interest, they have your back. It is as simple as that. Murkomen-Natembeya, a man, was recently being haunted by the EACC on corruption charges, on corruption activities in Trans Nzoia County. At the meeting is happening a few days after he officially opened the Trans Nzoia County headquarters, and now Kipchumba Murkomen is all there with sijui usalama mashinani, or what was the intentions of the meeting, something like that. And few days after he's back in office, the first person we're seeing is Kipchumba Murkomen. You see, people are saying that it is just a normal cut. It is not a normal courtesy call. It is not. You see, right now, if Ruto wants to meet Murkomen-Natembeya, he is not going to do it on one-on-one. He's not going to call Natembeya in State House. It will leak. He's not going to call Natembeya at night. At the end of the day, we will know. We will know that he has met Murkomen-Natembeya. Because information nowadays leak. There is nothing you can do that cannot be leaked to the public. We will know all these things. So the best way to make it look like this is just a normal courtesy call is for using Interior CS to have, of course, security matters. I'm not disputing the effort they are doing to restore the security in the region, but Mimi, I am saying this was not a normally courtesy call. It was not. I am disagreeing with anyone who is saying that this was a normal courtesy call. Ruto had a message for Murkomen-Natembeya, and he had to use Kipchumba Murkomen to pass that message. And what the response of Murkomen-Natembeya was taken back by none other than Kipchumba Murkomen. Amongst the Ruto's closest allies, and none other than Kipchumba Murkomen, Farouk Kibet, and Oscar Sudi. So tomorrow, if you see Oscar Sudi with Natembeya, just know that there is something that the government is planning. Tomorrow, if you see Oscar Sudi with Kalonzo Musyoka, these are not just two politicians meeting for a cup of tea. No. These are people planning for their future. These are politicians planning for their future. So for this courtesy call, nah. So in few months' time, if George Natembeya said no to Ruto's proposal, we shall know. I am telling you this. If George Natembeya said yes to Ruto's proposal, we shall know about this. We shall know, and we will know through Oscar Sudi. This is what I like about Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi will, in the next few weeks or in the next few months, will stand in public and say, hata juzi tumeenda kutembelea George Natembeya. We will get to know what was discussed in that meeting through Oscar Sudi. I am telling you, this is something that I am 100% sure that is going to happen. Oscar Sudi will let us know what was going on. So for George Natembeya, I know he has a massive following at the moment. I know that he has the Western region votes behind his back. Is he going to sell these? Is he going to exchange these for money? It is up to him. It is up to him. But what I know is, you cannot say never, especially to our local politicians. Oh, you cannot say we are lazy. Look at what is happening. Look, like for instance, Governor Lee, the former Nakuru governor, is now serving in Ruto's government. A man was all over bashing Ruto left, right, and center. A man who was used on a daily basis on Facebook writing things about William Ruto is now serving in Ruto's government. That's why I am telling you this. If George Natembeya is going to say yes to Ruto's proposal or to joining Ruto's government, then just know that it is not a new thing. It is not a new thing. Our politicians, awananga that at least I'm here to help mwananchi. And this is the reason we are telling the Gen Zs that it is either you stand on your feet or you lose it all. This thing of saying that Gachagua is here to help us fight Ruto, that thing will eat you back. You have what it takes as youths of this country. You have what it takes without relying on the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, without relying on the likes of Sujuki na Kalonzo Musyoka, Suju the opposition, we have Sujuki na Matiang'i, and these people will betray you at the end of the day. These politicians will betray you. We have by-elections coming up. None of these young people are now throwing themselves saying that I want this seat. You are all sitting back and watch. Then later you're going to say, oh, Suju, complaints will not. You can only make a difference when you are a member of parliament. For you to be proposing bills that is in favor of mwananchi. So for people who think that politicians cannot betray you, prepare yourself. We've been following politics in this country, not for so long, but for the shortest time we've been following politics in this country. We know that no politicians from Kenya can say that I am saying no to the government of the day and I'm standing with the mwananchi. As long as pesa yekwe, I am telling you. So this is the first step. We shall see more of these kind of meetings. We shall see more of Kipchumba Murkomen visiting George Natembeya in the name of courtesy call. And it will be happening. Because they are now identifying influential politicians. So from after Kalonzo said no to their proposal, they identify that George Natembeya is a potential candidate, is a person who they can recruit. So we're waiting to see if George Natembeya is going to say yes or no. But I am telling you this. As much as wanasema tusiweke siasa kwa roho, we must put siasa kwa roho because it determines the future. It determines the mwelekeo wa this country. It determines everything about it. So we are going to put, as much as you are telling us that, siasa, we should just lightly, no. We are not going to lightly talk about politics. Because right now, the money being looted is affecting us in one way or another. The billions of shillings that we are losing as a country is affecting us. So you must talk about politics and we must think about politics. Na lazima tuweke kwa roho so that we must know what we are fighting against. We are taking it personal moving forward. This thing of mnatuambia tusiweke siasa kwa roho so that you can have the humble time of you stealing everything and anything is over. Is over. It is not going to happen again. So for George Natembeya, time will tell. But I am telling you this. In the next few months, Oscar Sudi will tell us what was discussed between George Natembeya and Kipchumba Murkomen. Just be keen. Just be keen. That is it for me for now. Thanks for watching. And this is a Sophia Live.